Welcome back to Cuba Libre. Before we start this evening's gameplay, I need to make my first correction. Last turn I forgot that the Syndicate also had a special activity with their operations. It's again a profit. So they will look for open casinos where they can place cash, and they will place up to 2 cash markers. And there's only one place that they can do that, and that is in Havana. So they will take a cash marker and place it in Havana, underneath the guerrilla there. Okay, so this was before my sweep, so I swept it, and it's like this. Now they're exposed and quite vulnerable. I can actually grab that cash marker if I'm lucky. We'll see how it goes. So that's the correction, and we're ready to start the gameplay on the Sinatra card. The first eligible faction is Directorate. Checking the sheet, and Sinatra. There's a mention of Sinatra here. Ops and special activity instead. That's obvious also because none of the actions or none of the events would really gain the Directorate. So they are taking the operations with special activity. So question is what they will do. The first question is, as before, if they can do a terror in an active space. And in order to do a terror, they have to have underground guerrillas, so they cannot terror in Havana, and it's also going down to passive, so it's not an active space. So the answer to that question, also here, they're underground guerrillas, but it's not an active space. So the answer to that question is no. Okay, so then we go down here, and the question then, next question is, are there more than 6 guerrillas available? Or rallying would place a base. And the criteria for placing a base during rallying is that there are 3 guerrillas present. You can see that during the rally, we can see that just by looking at the sheet here for the rally operations here, you can see that they will place a base where there are at least 3 DR guerrillas available and room. So they can place a base here, and in addition there are far more than 6 Directorial guerrillas available. So they will rally. And they will rally in any neutral or passive space on the board. Basically they can do that. So it's not tied to where they have guerrillas already. As long as the space is neutral or passive, Directorio can rally there. And that, you can see that will make the cities like Havana really vulnerable once it gets down to passive support, because now Directorio can rally there. So let's see if they will do that. I will take these pawns just to mark the areas where they can rally. So they will place a base here. I just mark it so I can remember it. And they will also rally in Havana, where they will place a guerrilla with other guerrillas. And the random space that they will rally in, there are many possibilities here. La Habana, Montanas, Santiago de Cuba are all possible, and Camagüey are all possible places where they could rally. So let's roll and see. Okay, so I got yellow 3, green 6. So green 6, yellow 3. Sierra Mastra is the first question, and then they will go to Santiago de Cuba. Well, in Sierra Mastra there is active support, so they go to Santiago de Cuba, so they will actually rally here also. So now they will place a base here. That's one action. That's one rallying, and they will also rally in Havana. They will place a guerrilla with other guerrillas, and they all done that to the maximum of their capability. If there are more guerrillas on the board, they will place there as well, if they could, if it's neutral or passive. And also in that random space, so they are sort of expanding. So okay, So that were 3 spaces, so I need to take the resources down by 3. Almost done. Well, let's not forget the special activity. After the rallying, after they have rallied, they will then subvert in a province where the Directorate controls. And there's only one area that they control, and this is in Camagüey. They will add that area's population to their resources. The population is only 1, so they will regain 1 resource, and they will shift this towards neutral, 1 step towards neutral. So this passive opposition goes away, and Camagüey is now neutral, and that will affect the winning conditions of the 26th of July. They're down by 1, and that is their actions done. Yeah, okay. And then it's the 26th of July. As a human player, 26th of July is limited to a limited operation or event. Have to go in that space. Now the events are only favoring the Syndicate. I could probably take, if you look at the event, I could probably do the top one here to hit the Syndicate for -6 resources. But I'm not sure that's the best option I could do. Yeah, I'm doing a terror operation. So I can do a terror operation in any space with underground guerrillas. It can cost me 1 resources per space. That's going to be 1 now because I only can do that in 1 province. And I activate an underground guerrilla. I shift the support towards active opposition. Yeah, so I'm doing that in Santiago de Cuba. I am doing a terror. I'm exposing one of my units, add a terror marker, and I will get passive opposition there. Okay, that will put me 1 step up the ladder again. Great. So these factions are now ineligible, and these are eligible. We are playing Eulogio Cantillo. I'm pretty sure that that's not how it's pronounced. Government are going first, then Syndicate. And the event that favors the government are the shaded one. Dictator backs general's offensive. I can select a province or city with troops, and I can free sweep in that place, then free assault. Okay, before I do that, I will look at the next card. Okay, it's Fat Butcher. Yeah, if I pass, I will not go first, and Syndicate will go first. No, they will not. If I pass, then the 26th of July will go first. They will be eligible for this card. So I don't get a shot at this card if I pass. Okay, so I'm not passing. That's excellent. It fits right in my plan. I will take the event. That's only 2 places where I can do a sweep and assault. It's either in Havana or in Santiago de Cuba. I have much more to gain to do that in Havana, even though it's only 1 that is underground there. So I'm doing it here, and I am free sweeping. That means exposing as many units as I have cubes, then assaulting. Oops. So assault is an operation, and with assault I eliminate enemy forces. The cost we ignore now because it's free. And then I remove 1 active guerrilla or base for each troops. And if it's in a city, I also remove pieces for police. I remove 1 piece for every cube. Which means that I can move, I have 10 cubes here, I can move 10 pieces. So that's 3 Directorate guerrillas, 4 for the Syndicate, and I get to take the cash under my control, and I get to choose if I want to close the casino or not, and I do not want to close the casino. So I'm keeping it open because I will get the profit from it during the propaganda card if I control the space where the casino is, and I'm pretty sure that I will keep control in Havana. Now, one point with the cash marker is that say that I was able to take the cash marker, but they would have another faction would have a guerrilla underground here, so I couldn't assault that one. Now, when I took the last piece that was on the cash marker, the Syndicate could voluntarily transfer this cash marker to this guerrilla, even though it is an enemy, to prevent the government from taking it. And an AI would do that. They will pass it on, so to keep the player from getting the cash. And this one is gone, and one of the troops here are now controlling the cash marker and keeping the casino open. I have done my event, and now it's the Syndicate's turn, and they will do an operation with a special activity. Okay, first questions is always, can you put guerrillas where you don't have any guerrillas and you have casinos? And yeah, they will do that, so they can do a rally operation. Have an open casino here, they will rally here, and they will also rally there for 2 resources. Two guerrillas, one in Havana, so they're back in Havana, and also in La Habana. This will take away the control from the 26th of July in La Habana. Preventing the 26th of July to take the profit from the casino during propaganda. Yeah, and also a special activity. And again, the special activity, it's the same as before. They will always try to get out these cash markers. They will do a profit, and they will place these cash markers where the Syndicate, they only have one left, where the Syndicate has no cash and where there are no enemies. So I'm thinking they will do this at random. On a 1 to 3 it will be Havana, and it's not, it's in La Habana. Which is a pity, I would like that as well, but it's more difficult for the government to get hold of that cash marker. They will go to the ineligible, and the 2 guerrilla factions are coming up, and we will be playing Fat Butcher. First, let's take a look. The next card, okay, it's Mayor Lansky. Let's keep it there for now and have a look at Fat Butcher. It's going to be the 26th of July that act first, and then Directorate. The event says that Casinoman Nicolas de Costanzo draws US heat. We get to close one casino or reduce aid by -8. And this one is a Syndicate specific event, but I think I will take this one. Yeah, as the 26th of July, I will take the Fat Butcher event, because I get to close a casino. I won't do that, but I get to reduce the aid by -8. So that puts the aid down to 7. Aid is the amount of resources that the government will get during propaganda rounds, and now it is down by -8, so that's good for everybody but the government. Yeah. Okay, great. That's what I could do for as the 26th of July. Directorate, operations and special activity. So, first question, can the Directorate do a terror in an active space? And they cannot. They have 2 pieces on the board. Are there more than 6 guerrillas available? And Rally would place a base. No, Rally would not place a base, but there are definitely more than 6 guerrillas available. So that means it's a rally operation in a neutral or passive space. So let's mark them with pawns where they can do it. Add a guerrilla where they have a base, and then they will add a guerrilla where they have a guerrilla, and then they will do one at random. Let's check. Yeah, it's passive and it's neutral. They can only rally in neutral passive spaces. We're all good. And let's see where the random one is. No, hold on. They only have 2 resources. So that's all they can do. This will cost them 2 resources. They put out a guerrilla there in Camagüey, and also one in Santiago de Cuba. So let's see. That last thing has an influence on control. Well, actually that was last turn. Yeah, I missed that. Government has lost control there. We'll see what kind of special activity, and again it's the subvert action. They can do that in a province they control, so they will do it here as subvert. It has no effect on the, well, okay, let's first get the mon resources back, and the subvert action also shifts opposition or support towards neutral. It's in neutral already, so that's good. Has no effect there. They're done with it. They're ineligible. Syndicate government are eligible. We are playing Lansky. Let's just have a look at the one that's... Oh! Propaganda is coming up. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at Lansky. No, the Syndicate goes first, but there is... there's a ring around it. It's a master mobster. Syndicate would relocate any casinos anywhere within the stacking limits, and all casinos will open. Well, they have no closed casinos, and it means that they will definitely take the event, because Lansky says here that to the degree possible, move casinos from spaces with only one casino and no government or syndicate control. I could do this at random, but I will do it in a way that it will benefit the syndicate most, and that is not putting it under government control, but taking it to Pinar del Rio under syndicate control. So they move their casinos there, all casinos are open. Now the government, now I can, as a government, I will take operations and also a special activity. Okay, so I know that the propaganda card is coming up. I also know that if my support is not at 19, then the US alliance will harden, and they will be more reluctant to help me out, and everything I'll do will be more costly. But there's no way I can get support up to 19 in only one round. I can do a transport first. The order of which I do activities in operation, I determine the order. Just so long as the criteria for the activity is okay, and it is. I will transport any operation will accompany a transport, so I will transport from one space to one space, and then I will follow with a train operation. Okay, so first I'll do a transport, and then the transport says that I can move 3 troops from a city or a base to any one space. So I'll take 3 troops from Havana, Pinar del Rio. Syndicate is losing control, but I'm not gaining control, sadly. And control is unaffected here. Then I will do a train, and I will train. It costs me 2 resources to train. I know it's going to be expensive, more expensive next round. And I'm actually going to train here in Havana. And now I need also to train in Santiago de Cuba. Swap out 2 of these forces with a base. Then Syndicate are in control again, because now they have 3 pieces, I only have 2. That costs 2 resources. I will add 2 police and 2 troops in Havana. No, actually 4 troops in Havana. That's another 2 resources. And in Santiago de Cuba I am adding 3 police and a cube. And a troop. So that means then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have control again. Well, the government has anyway. Control again. Here, that's another 2. I'm burning all my cash here. I see that I have 3 police left, so I'm going to also do a train here in Camagüey for another 2 resources. Okay, I can now buy a civic action I'm buying Civic Action in Havana. Civic Action costs 4 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what a Civic Action does is that it will move support up 1 step on the ladder. But you need first to remove terror markers. So I'm actually paying 4 resources to remove this terror marker. And I can't afford anything else, so I'll stop there. That's what I...